So today we have another edition of Hungover Reviews. Why is it hungover? Why am I hungover? Do I have an alcohol problem? No. I'm a grown man and I just came from watching the Royal Rumble. That's right. I watch grown men in tights fake fight for 2 hours at a time, all right? Come and judge me. What are you going to do, huh? Throw cards at me? Cut packets of cards and try to affect me and damage me with your pipe arms? Come on. Come on now. So I'm a little bit hungover. So you know what that means. That means we're doing a special branded edition of Pigcake Hungover Reviews. Today, we have an item that I mentioned on the last video, which is known as Stasis by Jamber. So we're going to cut into the very nice new vaporwave intro that I just made because I'm trying to add some production value to this abysmally dying channel. Stasis by Jamber. So at Magic Fest in Columbus, Ohio, me and Daniel, my partner in my podcast Ham Radio, which goes live every single Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday about 7 o'clock Eastern Time in Pacific. We talk about magic and life. We gave him a brand new deck of Bin Wang playing cards. And what he gave me was Stasis by, well, himself. Here's a little bit of a clip of me and Jamber. All right, he's shaking my hand, I'm shaking his hand. It's called being normal, being a normal, well-functioning human being. I appreciate his work, he appreciates my work. We had a little bit of a connection and he gave me Stasis. Now that's not gonna affect my review. Again, if this was garbage, I would say that this is garbage. If this was trash, I would say it's trash. You know that you're gonna be 100% honest when your boy does a little bit of a review here. What is this? You're also going to see some B-roll right now of me performing this on Instagram, Pigcake69. Or you're not following me, or you're missing out on some great quality magic. Here I am with my little hat, with my hair parted to the side. All right, I'm talking a little bit about science, about static energy. And right now, one card, if you notice, is carefully balancing on top of another card. How is it done? By magic. Really, we know that it's Stasis by Jamber, but they don't have to know that. So that's what's happening right now, and we're back to me. So that's what the effect is. That is what you get when you open the box with Stasis by Jamber. Now, a couple things right off the bat. A lot of people want to know if this is a practical effect. Is this something you could actually perform for lay people? Is this something you could actually do in the real world? Is this just going to be Instagram magic, which seems to be the trend in the magic community these days? This is practical. This is something you could do. This is something that you could pick up. You're going to get the box. You're going to watch the instructional video that you get a nice little bit of a link for when you actually open up the package, and you're going to be able to do this fairly quickly. The actual methodology itself is very, very simple. Now, it is going to take a little bit of practice to actually balance certain objects on it, because at some point you actually are balancing objects on top of the card that is this way. You see there's a little bit of a bit. I really hope nobody photoshops me superimposed on Hitler right now. But the card that's actually balanced with the stuff on it does require a little bit of an element of skill in order for you to actually balance stuff on it. But it's very, very easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of practice. When you get inside of the box, you get a little bit of sticky material, which is going to help with it. That's not how the effect is done. So don't get your panties in a tie. It just helps with a certain aspect of the actual effect itself. You get the Stasis gimmick in a playing card, and you get the Stasis gimmick in a credit card. Also included is a nice little bit of a business card, kind of a heavy stock, so you could practice the effect if you don't happen to have business cards on you, but it works with everything. You could do this with playing cards, credit cards. They teach you a method to do this with your wallet. So if you have a billfold wallet, it's very interesting. You could put the Stasis gimmick on that. You could then put the wallet on top of a credit card. You could then open the wallet and it looks pretty substantial. You could see it on the B-roll that I'm showing right now from the actual Stasis video itself. Very, very good effect, and again, extremely practical. Now, the angles are going to be a little bit limited. They're not super limited in the sense of you can't have spectators near you, but it's going to be fairly difficult if you have spectators directly behind you, because they might see something that's a little bit shady and you don't want them to check that out. You want them to still enjoy the magic. And if they see the back, they're going to say, oh, I see how it's done. Yeah, no, there's just a thing on the back. Yeah, he's not really a balancer. He's phony. You don't want that. So you want the audience in front of you when you're actually doing this particular effect. You could turn the card to a certain degree. You could turn it and show it on most sides. You just can't show it from the back because there's some stuff taking place there. But overall, I do recommend this. It's being sold pretty much everywhere, I believe, through Abstract Magic. And it's definitely something that's going to be worth your time if that's the effect that you're looking for. The wallet is pretty dope. The materials are pretty inexpensive. The actual instruction actually shows you how to make one yourself if you happen to break yours. I unfortunately happen to have bought a lifetime supply of the gimmick because of another thing that I had to repair. So I bought that. So unfortunately, I'm just up in my own vagina, as they say, with the actual thing that allows Stasis to work. So some downsides, just to let you guys know before you actually purchase this and then send me angry letters saying, hey man, dude, this isn't what you said. This isn't what you told me it was. A little bit of downsides again are the angles. Also, the weight of this is fairly limited in the sense of you can't have a lot of objects. It makes sense. You can't have an entire, for example, full bottle of water on top of the card. It's going to be limited by the actual tension of the card itself. So if you use a credit card, it's going to have a lot more weight and a lot more resistance to bending. If you use a playing card, the playing card they provide is fairly thick. I would say it's thicker than Michelle Obama. She's pretty thick from what I've seen. Yeah, I would definitely I would throw it on her. You know what I mean? I would throw it on her. Is that what they say? The black community. So the card you're going to get is a little bit thick, so it could resist a little bit more in terms of weight, but you can't put an entire bottle of water. You can't put, for example, a industrial size vat of oatmeal. It's going to have to be realistic. So an empty card box will work well. A dollar bill, as you see in the trailer. So the limitations of the weight are going to depend on the flex of the card, but that's not really a downside. That's just makes sense. You don't have a truly blessed magical object. It's dependent on something that's existing in the real world here. And then just the angle limitations, I would say, is a downside. But you could show the card fairly good. You don't have to necessarily be super mindful of your angles. It's only one little thing in the back. And really, if you have it covered with certain appendage, they're not going to be able to see it. So that is pretty much what I have to say about Stasis by Jamber. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely something that works well in person, so I would definitely purchase it if I had the option. Thank you, Jamber, for hitting it up. Thank you for telling me that you like my content. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, man. Usually I would have expected somebody to come up to me and be like, hey, you're that short guy. That short guy that says dick jokes. I'm going to go and I'm going to try to knock you out, right? But you can't, because it's a magic convention and you got noodle pipe arms, okay? So I appreciate Jamber for not having a confrontation with me. So that's pretty much it, man. If you guys want to support the channel, check out my projects on pigcake.me. You can check out the Magic Academy in the link below. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card and coin stuff. 300 videos already. I upload every single week, all right? So don't think that your boy's not going to be on that. I'm on that every week. I broke my ankle a couple months ago. I didn't stop uploading, all right? I did not stop uploading. So check out the Pigcake Magic Academy, $5 a month. Oh boy, get you loaded. I'm going to go figure out different ways to see if Stasis could balance my father's approval of me. Lace up your Timbs, Queens, fresh off the blacktop, off-Broadway, recital, fiends on the back lot, back alley Bronson, always cooking up a mad plot. The shit have laid in Benzes with a glass top, hash pot sticking out the dash spot. I'll leave a bitch in the vacant and let his ass rot. 174 in Autobahn is where the cash drop. Then take the paper, distribute it to the have-nots. I'm on the scene, 26, and I'm a man-child.